Hey there, friends and enemies, JoPa here again, and today we got some pretty massive news for the Warhammer 40K Space Marine franchise, and this is very exciting for somebody who absolutely loved Space Marine 2 at launch. I've continued to come back for every new update, and I'm really excited about future content such as the Horde mode as well. And the first major announcement is the most exciting one for a couple reasons, and that is that they have officially started working on Warhammer 40K Space Marine 3. And the reason this is really exciting is between the release dates of Space Marine 1 and Space Marine 2, there were 13 years. And now it looks like we're going to be getting the next iteration in the franchise much faster, which I am really down for. I can't wait to see the continuation of the story, see what they have in store for us next, and that is really exciting stuff. Not to mention the fact that just in general, Warhammer 40K is seeing a huge uptick in just casual, general excitement, not only based on the games. Space Marine 2 was very successful for a Space Marine game. We have the Henry Cavill-led Amazon TV series that's on the way in the future as well, and hopefully this leads to more stories in the Warhammer 40k universe, such as sequels to Darktide, maybe additional games like Rogue Trader. There's so many possibilities out there to tell amazing stories and have amazing games within Warhammer 40k. That is really exciting times in my personal opinion. The other bit of information that we've received that I think might be overlooked is that Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 will continue to receive update for the next few years. And that means that not only do we have the current roadmap to look forward to, but also future content as well. And I think that it bodes well for the excitement around the franchise, also on top of the sequel being announced, because it feels like it'll almost be a continuation right from 2 into 3, even though it won't be lining up exactly as far as timelines. It does feel like there's not going to be as much of a gap, and the franchise isn't going to be dormant at any point, which I think is a good thing. Now, Space Marine 2 is not a perfect game in my opinion, but I do feel like the updates they've added have been pretty solid. I would definitely recommend this to anyone that likes shooters and sci-fi games, especially if you're like myself, who dabbles in a wide variety of content. I enjoy the campaign. I enjoyed the operations. I like challenging myself with different difficulty levels. I'm looking forward to the Horde mode. That's really a type of activity that I enjoy. And I even do jump into the multiplayer from time to time. It may not have the ceiling of certain games that hyper focus on one aspect, but it does feel very well-rounded with a lot of different things to do at any given time. And knowing that they are going to continue to provide updates, whether that is cosmetics, new modes, new maps for PvP, new weapons potentially, all of that is very, very exciting. We've already got a bunch of new enemies as well that they drop into the operations, which I think is a very good thing. We've gotten some new operations as well with different bosses. And yeah, just in general, I think this is very, very exciting time. If you enjoyed Space Marine 2, even if you only played for a little bit, you played through the campaign and the operations initially, the fact that they have another game on the way means they're probably going to have some bigger, more grand ideas, I would imagine, for the franchise. And hopefully in the future, we do get a similar type of content to the Horde mode when Space Marine 3 drops. Obviously, this is going to be pure speculation because we don't know even when Space Marine 3 is expected to arrive. Probably not before 2028, maybe. It feels like a long way away. Maybe 2027, but it does feel like it's not going to be for quite some time. So knowing that we have Space Marine 2 to hold us over, hopefully we get, like I said, another Warhammer 40k game in the near future to hold us over as well. I think that'd be pretty exciting, but overall, just really good times if you are a fan of the Space Marine franchise. And it feels like just last year, before Space Marine 2 launched, everyone was a little bit fearful that this wouldn't live up to expectations, that we would have to wait another 13 years between entries in the franchise and maybe even never get another Space Marine game. So that's why this is such exciting news. That's why I'm really excited about the future, and I'm really looking forward to what the game and franchise has in store for us going forward. Some other things I wanted to quickly mention. We did get some pretty big updates for Warhammer 40K Space Marine 2 recently, and I definitely recommend, if you haven't played since closer to launch, trying them out. It is a game that can be a lot of fun. I find it best in short spurts, to be honest, so I don't burn myself out, because the unfortunate reality, as somebody who plays a lot of like looter shooters and ongoing games, this isn't a live service title, so the updates aren't going to be these massive expansions or anything like that. They're just going to be little quality of life improvements, some new missions, some new enemies, some new weapons. And if you wait a little bit, if you're not excited about any particular update, if you come back in the future, then you can jump in and play a bunch of different things that are very exciting. So overall, I definitely recommend jumping back into Space Marine 2 if you haven't in some time. And yeah, I'm just really hyped about the future of the franchise. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like the video as always, comment, subscribe. Have a good one, and I'll catch you all later.